Oyotu City Council ตัวเขารุ่นตรงออกแลนตัว
Nè yên nhỏ trâu y luôn trùng ở chỉ muông mong nhỏ này nè mà yên xài tàu hay tiề nè bé y tuần xài chân dây mua bánh xì cơn gầu li số lên số tù lửa hải nên cháu nữ kia yên nhưng đời bé sợ đầu đặc áo bố tên rộn rộn y rau xài tỏ bé tuần xài sang thọ và yos council member nhất trong Oakland City.
Giờ lời cho con nhớ San Francisco tới Oakland và những chú mua mong chống họ.
Thank you. Yashong everybody. Rumbe Yasheng Ta. We're the first Hmong woman city council member in the state of California. Nu know that go halu English ya, go halu mikasu vita go sa go be cho tu ha be zhen cai, bao ha da go halu kya bo, e be le ban choi bo. First, I want to thank the Fresno New Year Committee for their hard work and dedication to ensure that we have a joyous and beautiful New Year. Thank you so much, Mitchell. You did a wonderful job. You and your team did great. I also want to thank my tsav clan from all up and down California for their unwavering support of my leadership. Di Ochita ya kuchuma guru Mong Tsav clan. Boyin Bangu, you go eat to ntxhais, the ship boyin chike, boyin bang, so go thank me. But thank you so much for your support. Boyin Jongsha had the more each of the Tsav clan, Yon Nuno go on stage. So thank you so much. I'm really thrilled that you were able to come and stand with me in support of me yet again. I also want to acknowledge a couple electeds and some folks that are running for office. First, I want to acknowledge Mayor Steve Lee. Mayor Steve Lee is running for Elk Grove mayor again. Let's all come together and let's actually support him to hopefully run for state assembly in the future. Yeah, that's right. I also, right here on my right of me is Mai Vang. She is Sacramento School Board Director, but she's also currently running for Sacramento City Council, which if she wins will make her the first city council member in the city of Sacramento. So we need to also support her. Nyo Ishanta Mai Yali Lord, New York Supervisor serving Merced County. And she's currently seeking re-election again. We need her to stay in the seat. So Ben and Shaw, Bang Tso, Li Lo Ha. Now the Ishanta Noah, your Bobby Bitu. Bobby Bitu, he is running for Congress right here in Fresno for the 22nd Congressional District, which is so important that we make sure that we support Bobby Bitu in all his endeavors as he's running for this great seat. He's also been endorsed by the statewide Democratic Caucus as well. Thank you all for coming out today to help us open the biggest Hmong New Year in the world right here in Fresno. Not many of you know who I am. So again, my name is Shang Tao, and I'm proud to be Hmong. I was born and raised in Stockton, California. My father's name is Numai Ta, and my mother's name is Chua Cha Ta. I grew up in a really big family, like most Hmong families. And you know, when they arrived to the United States from a war-torn country, they came with nothing. And so for me, I'm the 7th of 10 kids. Like most Hmong families, we have really big families. We grew up in poverty, where the roles of traditional parenting sometimes were switched, where we have to teach our parents how to interpret documents, fill out forms for them, counting their money when they were at the grocery stores to make sure that they got the right change back. And I went to all public schools. I took a break between high school and college. I went to community college, transferred to UC Berkeley, and all of that while being a single mom. I'm a single mom of my very handsome son, Benedict. He's 13 years old. You see, in my life, there was many hard times, many trying times, but I always knew that I wanted to make an impact on my community and beyond, to leave it better than how I found it, and more importantly, to help make it a better place, so that if my refugee parents from 1979 were to be placed here today, that they would be able to navigate it and receive the help that they need to be successful, something that they did not get back then. After completing an internship in a council member's office, I knew that creating policies and rules that we live by, including how various resources are given out, and making sure to have a seat at the table to make the decision that we need as a Hmong community, that's where I needed to be, to make sure that my voice is heard, my experience is heard. But I never thought that I would be a council member, because I actually like to be behind the scenes, because I like to actually get things done. But when you've worked alongside the community to empower those who are less fortunate, to empower the marginalized groups who don't have a true voice at the decision-making table, and they ask you to run for office to represent them, you have to take a moment to grasp the idea, and then you have to ask yourself, why me? Well, if so many people out there is saying it's you that we want to represent us, then why not you? You have to get up and you have to run. I ran in the city for city council in the city of Oakland last year, and I won in a competitive race of 7 people. But I didn't do it on my own, because Hmong people, we never do it on our own. It was the community who asked me to run, and it was the community who helped me win in this very competitive race. And so many others that I met along the way after I won had continued to actually be very supportive of my success as a council member. Because as an elected, there's no I, there's only us. Because I cannot do it without you all, my Hmong community. You see, representation matters. As an Oakland City Council member who have probably only maybe one or maybe no Hmong people at all in my district, you know, having a seat at the decision-making table is very important. Even if I am not your council member, and even if I don't directly represent you, I hold many responsibilities for myself. One of those responsibilities is to find ways in which I can uplift our Hmong community and our Hmong voice. So as your Hmong daughter, as your Hmong sister, I take this responsibility seriously. That is why I've taken charge of working with other electeds throughout the state of California and beyond to represent the Hmong voice. Today, I am California's first vice president on the Asian Pacific Islander League of Cities Caucus. What does that mean? That means that I have the platform for which I can advocate for which I can help the API community. And for me, that means to represent the Hmong voice throughout the state of California. So you see, even if I am the representative in Oakland and I live in Oakland, I have gone far and beyond to find ways to help us Hmong people. So I represent you too. And I make sure that every other elected that I run into hears about the Hmong voice and the Hmong experience, and make sure that we create policies that us Hmong people are needing in the community so dearly. This year's theme is preserving the past and building the future. Understanding your culture and your tradition is so important. And this past year, I spent a lot of time within our beautiful Hmong community, and I have grown an even stronger respect and love for our people, our culture, and the diversity that we bring to the community. That's why it's important to support our Hmong brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Whether they're a boy or girl, whether they want to be an entrepreneur, a dentist, nurse, or a politician like some of us on stage. It's important that we make their dreams accessible, to have access to their dreams, because representation matters. Having our Hmong people in all kinds of spaces is important to our Hmong pursuit to thrive, not just to survive, but to thrive. It's important to have our Hmong people in every aspect, in every career. So we must support them. Because who knows more about us, about our struggles, and about our life experiences? Who will know more about us, but about how we can make our lives better and what resources we need? No one else but us. That is why representation matters. That is why we need to support each other. And before I end, I want to remind everyone that 2020 is a very important year. It is a presidential year. If you're not registered, please go register. And if you don't know if you're registered, please go register. And then most importantly, go vote. Please make sure you vote. And if you need help with voting, I think HIP is here. HIP is Hmong Innovating Politics. and they should have a booth around here somewhere and they can help you register. Because every vote counts. They truly do. And remember, you will have to vote twice this year. Once in early March and again in November. And remember, when you vote, vote for our brothers and sisters up here. Vote for Mayor Steve Lee. Vote for Mai Yang Fang. Vote for Lee Lor, and vote for Bobby Plitu. So if you take anything from my speech today, make sure that you go and vote. But I also have a resolution here for the Fresno New Year Committee because you've all done such a great job. So I want to call up the Fresno Hmong community, Fresno New Year Committee, Mitch Hur, and anybody else who would like to join him so I can present you with this resolution from the City of Oakland. And I just want to read this a little bit. Yes. Thank you so much for all that you all do. In celebration of Fresno Hmong New Year, presented to the Hmong Cultural New Year Committee. Whereas Hmong New Year is traditionally celebrated at the end of the rice harvest season in Laos and Southeast Asia in late November and early December. Whereas Hmong New Year spans multiple days, with each village starting and ending the new year on a different date to allow other villages to come support and visit each other. And whereas Hmong New Year is a time to give thanks to ancestral spirits and spend time with families. And whereas Hmong New Year celebrations include music, dance, food, courtship, games for youth, including ball, throwing ball game. And whereas Hmong Americans across the United States celebrate the New Year from October to December, and whereas the Hmong Cultural New Year Committee has successfully organized the Fresno Hmong New Year festivities for the past 3 years, drawing in over 120,000 people from all across the United States and throughout the world. And now be it resolved that on this 26th day of December 2019, the City of Oakland recognizes the cultural and historical significance of Hmong New Year, expresses the deepest respect for Hmong Americans celebrating this occasion, and wishes Hmong Americans and all individuals who observe this holiday a Happy New Year. I don't know this. Oh yeah, right up here. If everybody. Thank you all so very much. I am the council member of the Lucia, the Oakland, California. Thank you, and Sha.
โอเคพวกเต็นท์จอยเราไปดูซิลิคอนโซตัวต่อออกแกรนตัวเชงท่อเย็นจอ